Quite a dramatic day. It began with political pundits warming up for a BJP landslide, but as the initial trend started pouring in, the markets tanked.
Well, India's Prime Minister has claimed victory in the country's election, but the performance of his party, the BJP, has fallen well short of expectations.
The insufficient Rahul Gandhi strategy. How the opposition fought against Modi's electoral machine. Welcome to Edge Capitalism, where we analyze where power and value are created in the world. Today we're exploring the fascinating story of how Rahul Gandhi, the scion of India's most powerful political dynasty, managed to win territory over the seemingly unbeatable Narendra Modi in the country's recent presidential elections. In this episode, we'll delve into the strategies, tactics, and underlying factors that contributed to Gandhi's surprise victory. From Modi's overconfidence and the BJP's corruption allegations, to Gandhi's personal evolution and the opposition's effective campaign strategy, we'll examine four key elements that helped Gandhi chip away at Modi's formidable lead and ultimately emerge victorious despite the result. First reason, Modi's overconfidence. Modi's overconfidence may have contributed to the BJP's loss of parliamentary control. Modi had predicted a two-thirds majority victory for the BJP, which proved to be an overestimation. This overconfidence can be attributed to several factors. 1. Historical performance. The BJP had been in power for a significant period, and Modi had won two previous general elections. This may have led him to assume that his party would continue to dominate the landscape. Modi's popularity. Modi is a highly popular leader, and his party had been able to capitalize on his charisma and strong leadership during his previous terms. This may have led him to believe that he would continue to be able to rally support and win elections easily. 3. BJP's strong organizational structure. The BJP has a strong organizational structure, with a large network of party workers and a well-oiled machinery. This may have led Modi to believe that his party was well-equipped to win elections without much effort. 4. Lack of credible opposition. In the past, the opposition parties had been fragmented and lacked a strong leader. This may have led Modi to underestimate the opposition and assume that they would not be able to mount a strong challenge. The overconfidence may have also led to a failure to address key issues and concerns that were important to voters, such as joblessness, inflation, and corruption. The BJP's focus on Modi's popularity and its own organizational strength may have distracted from the need to address these issues and connect with voters on a deeper level. Second reason, campaign strategy. The second reason is that the India Alliance's effective campaign strategy contributed to the BJP's loss of parliamentary control. The India Alliance, led by Rahul Gandhi, framed their campaign as an attempt to curb BJP overreach and tackle economic issues such as joblessness and inflation. This resonated with voters who were dissatisfied with the BJP's performance. Here are some key aspects of the India Alliance's campaign strategy that contributed to their success. 1. Framing the election as a referendum on Modi's government. The India Alliance successfully framed the election as a referendum on Modi's government and its performance over the past 5 years. This allowed them to focus on the issues that mattered most to voters, such as joblessness, inflation, and corruption, and to hold Modi accountable for the government's failures. 2. Emphasizing the need for a change. The India Alliance emphasized the need for a change in government and the need to hold Modi accountable for his actions. This resonated with voters who were tired of the BJP's dominance and wanted to see a change in leadership. 3. Targeting specific issues. The India Alliance targeted specific issues that were important to voters, such as joblessness, inflation, and corruption. They highlighted the government's failures to address these issues and presented themselves as a viable alternative. 4. Using social media effectively. The India Alliance used social media effectively to reach out to voters and to spread their message. They used platforms such as Twitter and Facebook to share their campaign promises and to engage with voters. 5. Building a coalition. The India Alliance built a coalition of opposition parties and regional parties to present a united front against the BJP. This allowed them to pool their resources and to present a stronger challenge to the BJP. 6. Rahul Gandhi's personal evolution. Rahul Gandhi, the leader of the India Alliance, underwent a significant transformation during the campaign. He traveled extensively across the country, meeting voters and drawing attention to economic distress. This helped him to rebrand himself as a distinct leader from Modi and connect with poorer voters. Third, communication and growth. The third reason is that Rahul Gandhi's personal evolution contributed to the India Alliance's success. Gandhi, the leader of the Congress Party, underwent a significant transformation during the campaign, which helped him to rebrand himself as a distinct leader from Modi and connect with poorer voters. Here are some key aspects of Gandhi's personal evolution that contributed to the India Alliance's success. 1. Traveling extensively across the country. Gandhi traveled extensively across the country, meeting voters and drawing attention to economic distress. This helped him to connect with poorer voters and to understand their concerns and issues. 2. Listening to voters. Gandhi made a conscious effort to listen to voters and to understand their concerns. He held public meetings and town halls where he listened to voters and responded to their questions and concerns. 3. Rebranding himself. Gandhi's travels and interactions with voters helped him to rebrand himself as a distinct leader from Modi. He was no longer seen as a privileged, out-of-touch politician, but rather as a leader who cared about the concerns of ordinary people. 4. Emphasizing the need for a change. Gandhi emphasized the need for a change in government and the need to hold Modi accountable for his actions. This resonated with voters who were tired of the BJP's dominance and wanted to see a change in leadership. 5. Using social media effectively. Gandhi used social media effectively to reach out to voters and to spread his message. He used platforms such as Twitter and Facebook to share his campaign promises and to engage with voters. 6. Connecting with younger voters. Gandhi's personal evolution helped him to connect with younger voters who were looking for a change in leadership and a fresh face in politics. He was able to appeal to their concerns and issues, such as joblessness and inflation. Fourth reason. The fourth reason is that the BJP's lack of economic performance, particularly in addressing issues such as joblessness and inflation, may have contributed to the India Alliance's success. The BJP had promised to deliver economic growth and development during its previous terms, but the party's performance on these issues had been disappointing. This may have led to a loss of confidence in the BJP and a desire for change among voters. Here are some reasons why the BJP's lack of economic performance may have contributed to the India Alliance's success. 1. Joblessness and unemployment. The BJP had promised to create jobs and reduce unemployment, but the party's performance on this issue had been disappointing. Many young people and workers were struggling to find employment, and the BJP's failure to deliver on its promises may have led to a loss of confidence in the party. 2. Inflation. The BJP had also promised to control inflation and reduce the cost of living, but the party's performance on this issue had been disappointing. Inflation had remained high, and the cost of living had continued to rise, leading to a loss of confidence in the party. 3. Economic inequality. The BJP's economic policies had also been criticized for exacerbating economic inequality, with the wealthy and powerful benefiting at the expense of the poor and marginalized. This may have led to a sense of injustice and a desire for change among voters. 4. Lack of transparency and accountability. The BJP had also been criticized for a lack of transparency and accountability in its economic policies and decisions. This may have led to a sense of mistrust and a desire for change among voters. 5. Perception of crony capitalism. The BJP's economic policies had also been criticized for promoting crony capitalism, where the wealthy and powerful were given preferential treatment and access to resources. This may have led to a sense of injustice and a desire for change among voters. The election in India is a turning point, and the outcome will shape the nation's future. Join us on Edge Capitalism as we explore the complex issues that matter. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest insights. And as we move forward, remember that knowledge is power. Stay informed, stay curious, and together, let's shape the future we want to see.